Bahrain Merida's standard Reacto aero road bike weighs in at 7.2 kilos, 400 grams over the UCI's minimum weight limit for racing. There are advantages in going for an aero road bike over a lightweight road bike in the majority of circumstances, but in an ideal world you'd have both. So Merida have been busy shaving the grams off Vincenzo Nibali's bike and come up with the 6.8 kilos Reacto Com. How have they done this? Well, Merida say they've used a standard layup for the frame, but with the lightest possible carbon strains, chosen and integrated into the various segments. Team sponsor FSA supplied a super light cockpit. Nibali's bike also uses titanium wheel and pedal axles. Lightweight tubular tyres from Continental are also used. Merida has saved weight on the finish, which all counts. The down tube features the colours of the leaders' jerseys of the 3 Grand Tours, France, Italy and Spain, all of which Nibali has won. The silver teeth in the design are a reference to Nibali's nickname, the Shark of Messina. Hello, welcome to road.cc, coming to you from the Tour de France. We have another stunning bike to show you. This is Vincenzo Nibali's Merida Reacto, their flagship aero road bike.
Like the previous version, it's got fastback profiles to the tube shaping. So, I mean, take a look at this down tube, for example. Rounded, very deep, and cut off square at the rear end. It's a similar story with the seat tube here. Seat tube, as you can see, as it is on loads of aero bikes out there, you've got this cutaway around the leading edge of the rear wheel. And out back here, the seat stays join really low to manage the airflow around the rear wheel and keep the frontal area just that little bit lower. Right, and one thing I've spotted straight away is this squidgy section on the seat post. What is going on there? What benefit does that give? In terms of aerodynamics, you're best off with a fairly narrow profile, but fairly deep. Okay, so you want to keep the air attached. Now, in order to do that, you're going to use quite a lot of material, and that can often lead to quite a harsh ride on the bike. So Merida's way around that is so they keep that shape, but this notch that's moulded in here effectively reduces the diameter here and allows some movement. And you know, you really can feel it. We've used this bike a couple of times on road.cc, and it's comfortable.
Yeah, we reviewed the this is the rim brake version of the bike, but we reviewed the disc brake version. So how does it ride?
Incidentally, what this does is actually just a squidgy piece of material. That it's not that softens the ride. It's the fact that the cutaway is there that makes the difference.
As I mentioned before, this is the rim brake version of the bike. So tell us a bit about how Merida have integrated the brakes into the Reacto.
So Merida have decided that locating the front brake, it's a direct mount front brake at the front of the fork there. They reckon that in their test that makes very little difference, the sighting of the front brake, compared to putting it around the back of the fork legs. Other people think differently. We spoke to Cannondale recently, and they were really of the opinion.
That's interesting. They, almost the polar opposite opinion.
Well, I mean, Cannondale's is a disc brake only bike, but their point was that that's the most important part on the bike, and everything you can do to manage the airflow there counts massively. So, but you know, Merida say in their tests it makes a negligible difference, so that's where they've located it. Interestingly, the rear brake though, they tuck away behind underneath the bottom bracket out there. A is tucked away, B it lets them do other things up here, so there's no need for a brake bridge on the seat stays, so they can put those seat stays very low. They don't need to over-engineer them. They can keep it narrow in profile, so it gives them other opportunities up there too. Right.
Moving to the front of the bike and the aero question again. So Nibali's gone for a standard bar. We saw some of the Reactos with the Vision Metron Aero integrated bars.
When Merida designed this bike, one of the key features for them was that they use a Vision Metron 5D, and some of the riders do have that. Nibali, for whatever reason, maybe in terms of fit, maybe just prefers the feel, who knows, he prefers a separate handlebar and stem, yeah.
Yep. And have we got any measurements on that? Should we?
Let's get the old tape measure of truth out.
Doesn't look radical.
No, it's not crazy. That's 120 or 130. Do they do it in a 125? It's a 125.
125-ish.
Maybe. And in terms of width, 42 centimeters centre to centre. While we've got the tape measure out, it's like a 56 centimetre top tube he's got going on there. Interesting features, you asked. Well, this saddle's interesting in that the team are sponsored by Pro Logo, and there's no Pro Logo logo on this saddle. It doesn't look like a Pro Logo saddle to me, if I'm perfectly honest.
Any guesses as to
I'd
what
have a few
saddle
guesses, but you know.
Might rhyme with Mizik.
That's
maybe.
their business, yeah. One other thing, he's got these non-standard quick releases on there that are
These are really strange. It
skinny.
looks like it. Yeah.
Like
I can't actually see any reason for benefit for that,
maybe
possibly.
if every gram counts, maybe they've dropped a couple there, who knows.
Possibly. Component-wise, Nibali's on the ever-reliable Dura Ace, which we've seen pop up on most of the bikes we've seen so far at the top.
So he runs, the entire team ran Shimano Dura Ace Di2, nothing crazy here. He's got a couple of satellite shifters on the tops of his handlebars.
Yeah.
And he's running SRM power meter cranks, the same as the rest of the team.
Yeah. And gearing wise, we're on 53.39 there, so
yeah, he's got a standard
1/2 less than we've seen on some of the teams so far, and then we're 11.30 cassette at the back. We hope you've enjoyed checking out Nibali's Tour de France bike with us. Remember to like this video, subscribe to road.cc's YouTube channel for more tour tech over the next couple of weeks, and we will see you next time.